Good morning and welcome to the Pachi Cast. Morning, night, wherever you may be. Who do we have with us here today?
Beef stew.
And
Beef. And who else? And Dustyn.
Dustyn and 3 pixels.
No, it's the same for you. You guys want me to turn low data on?
Hmm?
I don't care.
I don't think we need to. Hey, Joseph, adjust your camera like a little bit more down. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so, first thing we're going to do, okay? I'm going to share my screen because I have a wheel. We're going to pick who's the host is for the first episode. We're going to wheel this, and I'll give you guys some topics from my list. Alright, here we go.
Yeah, I guess that's what's
Uh-oh.
up with this stuff.
So, Dustyn, looks like you're the host today. Your only rules are is somebody's got to be the winner out of me and Joseph at the end.
Oh, okay. What? How?
Here, let's give you a couple that would be easy for you. Okay?
Okay.
Ben Sundays, like ice cream sundaes and their toppings. Perry the platypus and Perry the platypus.
Oh.
And beaches. You can pick from any of those.
How about I choose none of the above? I choose hunting.
Ooh, do it.
Prized possession,
What skull is that of?
a deer.
It's just a deer, dude. I honestly thought that was a moose. Just like a small moose.
I've got a plaque on my wall over here.
Do you do any hunting, Joseph? It looks like it. It's another funny POV of you because you're super dusty. It's funny.
So, to start this off, I've got a question for the both of you. Have either of you ever gone hunting?
I have not.
What was that, Joseph? Hunting. Of course, I'm the only one who has any experience in the topic. This is going to be fun. So, to start off,
Is there much like kickback in the hunting rifles?
well, it depends on what you use. For the first question, to see who can win, generally, what game would you hunt?
I'm
What kind of big?
gonna go like yeah.
Because we've got deer, we've got bears, we've got elk, we've got buffalo. There's a lot of big game.
Think of something, man. Think of something. Since this guy's taking a while, I got this.
Okay,
So something I.
technically,
Anyways,
technical issues.
yes. So the game I would hunt is probably gonna be like ducks and rabbit. Specifically ducks though, because I like duck meat. It tastes good.
Ducks are questionable game, not something you see gone for often. But
I guess so.
second question, how would you hunt? Would you hunt for game, like just for prize, trophy hunting for glory, or would you hunt for resources, for the food?
For the food.
Good answer.
Yes. What makes you think? What makes you say that?
Generally, in my opinion, people who hunt for sport and just to do it for trophy are bad people. Like a lot of the time, this is very
Yeah.
stereotypical, but a lot of big like trophy hunters can be very egotistical, and usually they just let all the product go to waste and just keep trophies. Where people who hunt for the resources just kill,
Well, I had
they
Chinese
kill
food
the
too,
animal,
but
take all the
for
food,
dessert I had
and use
Chinese, or I had
everything
that.
off and off said animal. Okay, beef stew to pull you in. One, do you have any idea what the answer for the first question was? What kind of big game? What was that?
First question.
What kind of game would you hunt?
First question.
What kind of animals would you hunt? Elk? Would you hunt bear?
Big game.
You said deer. And then the second
Probably
question
deer.
was, would you hunt for sport or for resources? Bad answer. Bad answer. You hunt.
Do explain.
What resources,
The meat,
Dustyn? If
the
someone's gone
skin.
hunting,
The meat.
what resources have you hunted for?
Hello?
Hunting for game, hunting for sport is like
There
trophy
hasn't.
hunting. You only keep the trophies. Resource hunting, you take everything off that animal you can and use it to sustain yourself. You use the food, you use the skin, you use everything possible.
Is there any way to use the bone? Are there any animals with thick enough bones that you can like give to your dog?
Generally, I think you can give most animal bones to your dogs, but like it's not seen very often, but a lot of the time you can take bones and like make them into knives or use them for arrows or stuff. Like that's old school stuff, but it's something you can do with the bones. And if I am correct, I'm pretty sure a lot of the animal you can feed the eyeballs to your dogs. Now, third question. This one's a lot hard to get a wrong answer for, but what kind of weapon would you use? What kind?
Hmm.
There are many different kinds. It
What
really
caliber?
depends. You can
What
use a
caliber
lot
is
of different
necessary?
size stuff. Generally, people just try to avoid shotguns that have like if they get shotguns, they use slugs because you don't want all those pellets in the animal because then you got to dig those all out and some of the meat just
Yeah.
goes bad.
I mean, yeah, like, can't you like if you like blow like the abdomen or something, right? Like kidneys and shit, it's not like bad. So you have to cut that part of the meat out.
Not necessarily because you don't eat the organs anyway, but like so Tyler, do you know what a shotgun shell is like?
No.
A lot of the time, it is something like this, depending on what kind you get. Slugs, it's just one big bullet, one big chunk in there. But if you get anything else, there's buckshot, birdshot. Most of the time, there, stuffed full of a bunch of tiny pellets.
So there's a bunch of tiny pellets inside the shell. It's not just the shell that just kills.
Exactly.
Ah. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to load up my Switch to play some Pokemon during this. I think my controllers are like dead.
Speaking of games here,
Like they're not connecting to each other as one device. This is weird. There you go. Thank you. So anyways, as for what weapon I would use, I'm thinking, I don't know, for ducks, it's like I can't really use anything but a rifle. A smaller rifle most likely, right?
there's some other stuff you could use.
Hmm.
There's definitely
It's
some
just
stuff you could
22.
use,
22.
but it really depends on how you use it. Like a lot of the time.
Well, if it's a duck, anything.
Yeah,
If it's a duck,
I
anything above
guess.
2
it
or
depends on
22 is
how
just
you do it, but
unnecessary.
sometimes people use pistols, and it really just depends on how far you are and how big the duck.
Depends on the size of the duck. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. Other than that, I think I would do like trapping. That would be my main deal.
That is
I'd probably be a trapper.
that is also a very good idea. Trapping.
How do you trap for ducks? Because they have like beaks, so you can't just use like basic netting, can you?
Well, it depends. Because technically, you're not supposed to use netting at all. I mean, you
Really?
can, but there's different trapping methods, if you know what I'm saying.
Sure. What is like the common duck method you know about?
I've never done ducks before, so I don't know any duck trapping methods.
Okay, okay. I guess like what's the method you use when you're with your dad?
I have not gone with my dad actually. I've gone hunting one time, and
Say again?
I've went hunting one time, and I did it with my uncle.
Oh, okay. Feels like an unfair fight. This is a Eevee and Hitmonchan versus a Chansey. This feels a little unfair. This Chansey's cooked.
That could also be a question.
Oh
So,
shit.
Joseph, Tyler's already said he would probably try to trap the ducks. What method would you use to hunt the deer? But how would you do it?
location,
Would
or
you wait in a
where
tree?
they
Would you put
drink?
out extra feed? Would you set up a hut?
Probably some sort of camp, like a
A
ghillie suit
ghillie
of the
suit?
sorts,
Okay.
That's, I mean, it
or
would
whatever
work, but
terrain
it's a little weird for
looks like
hunting. You
in a
don't
grassy
see that
terrain.
often. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong there. It
But
definitely
it
would
works.
work.
So how is the experience hunting? Because I know in games it can be either slow or fast, depending on what game exactly you're playing.
Well, generally, it's a lot of waiting.
Figured as much. I was curious. Dude, I look like a ghost. So like, are you experienced in like cooking the meat that gets caught?
Unfortunately, not, but I do want to get to start doing that
You want to.
again.
That's dope. What about you, Joseph? Do you cook any meats? Are you like a meat connoisseur?
What? I can cook.
That's fair. Shit, I always thought you did
I
waiting,
was a
but
cook at Sideline.
nice. Hell yeah. Was? Did you quit?
No, I was a cook. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, they
no.
had this 3 month fired me at
What?
2.5. They also fired me.
What?
Lonnie worked there and got
Aw,
fired as well.
that's sad.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got my license.
right,
That's
let's
pretty
go. You can
fun.
officially drive.
No, I can.
And now you can
Yeah, I already
officially
had a
drive
car.
all the
I can now
way
drive
to,
myself to work now, so that's
hold
fun.
on. Let me think of, you can drive to Micro Center
Hmm.
now, all the way in Cleveland. God, you know what I found out with my camera?
I
You
didn't know
guys
where
can't
you were
see it,
going with that at
just so you
first.
guys' voice stay connected. If I put, like, you know, you rub your eye,
Hmm.
this NVIDIA broadcast thing, it still keeps my eye open on camera.
Hmm.
Yeah, I turned it off so you guys' voice wouldn't stop
For
breaking
me,
up. It was like shattering into a million pieces.
that
Yeah, as
too.
long as you don't just turn your camera off, keep the camera on, but low data mode would be nice for you guys. I'm fine, I'm wired. Well, wired. Question, how much do you guys know about like Vocaloids and stuff? Vocaloids. Like J-pop? Okay.
About
I
what?
was watching a concert
Not
earlier
much.
that was weird. It's actual just holograms, right? So it's just a robot pre-recorded the voice, which is fine. It sounds human. And then there's just a straight up real like in-time band in the back making all the tunes, which I think is kind of sick. Oh, I have to play like this. Okay. So sorry, Dustin. Do you have anything else before I pull out my spreadsheet?
Not really, but I would have to say, as for my part, as the host, I would have to say Tyler wins.
Let's go. I won in the first 10 minutes.
I don't really have many questions, seeing as
Hmm.
neither of you are both experienced in hunting, so it wouldn't really be valid questions to ask.
Yeah, that's fair. But so what do you guys is like? You get a banana sundae, right? Bananas have to be a part of this. What are your toppings in a sundae? Banana sundae. It's just basic.
Whipped
Topping.
cream, at least.
Okay,
Yeah.
at least understand that. Okay, you guys put so much cool stuff in. Okay, I like to have mint, strawberry, like mint, and then strawberries, and if I can, a little bit of peanut butter is nice. You did? What type?
I had ice cream today, actually.
What's Ocean Garden? I've never heard
Yeah.
of it.
I went to Ocean Garden after my.
You got ice cream at a Chinese place? That is wild to me. Wow. Oh, you just beeped. So what about this? Poems. How good are you guys at writing poems?
I'm horrible. I don't do poetry.
What about what about you, Joseph? Mm-hmm. So, I've got an idea. I want to see who can come up with either the worst poem or the funniest poem in 10 minutes.
I forfeit.
You forfeit.
I'm not going to write a poem like that, especially not in 10 minutes.
Hmm. Fine. I'll avoid it for this week. I'll lash it onto somebody else. So I just no. So, you guys know like the whole platypus versus platypus thing? Didn't Phineas and Ferb, didn't they have a whole episode dedicated on saying of it? I think they did an entire meme episode of platypus. That's not how you say it. It's platypus.
The platypus.
Perry the platypus! Oh my gosh, you know what I'm really happy about? So I'm finally getting new earpad covers for my headphones because they are just like the seam tore off, and so I have like the foam hitting my ears, and it's just gross. Hate it.
Yeesh.
I paid like $30. Paid like $36 for them, including shipping.